Hi guys, so in this video, we are going to discuss about hyperbola. Now, if you are not yet a subscriber of this channel, please do click subscribe button and the notification bell for more updates. So guys, i-recall lang natin, is formed, of course, using a cone, so inverted cone. Then we pass a plane which is parallel to the axis of the conic section. So yung mga form natin guys is a shape like this. Then yung shape na yun guys, which is like a mirrored parabola, it's a shape like this. That is what you call the hyperbola. So we have here guys the figure of the hyperbola. So the hyperbola is the only conic section which has a center HK, vertex. You have two vertices, let's say V1 and V2, and two foci, let's say F1 and F2. Now, the distance between the vertex and the center is, you have A. So, same lang guys for ellipse. So, yung mga formulas natin guys in hyperbola is the same lang sa ellipse. Konti lang yung difference niya, but almost all the same. So, later on, i-discuss ko yung mga differences niya. Then here, this is A. Then this distance from the two vertices is 2A. And this 2A is what you call the length of the transverse axis. So, length of transverse axis. So, that is 2A. Now, to a hyperbola, so meron siyang asymptote. So, yung asymptote is a line that crosses to your center. So, here, and we have here. So, yung asymptote natin, guys, dalawang line. So, this is your asymptote. Asymptote. Ang asymptote is a line wherein yung parabola natin will not reach that line. It will only approach to that line, but it will never intersect. So, kailangan natin yung asymptote, guys, for the length of our conjugate axis. Yung conjugate axis is drawn from your vertex here. Vertical distance from your vertex to a point on your asymptote. So, this is B. So, below, that is also B. Then, this 2B here, 2B, is the length of your conjugate axis. So, the length of conjugate. So, that is 2B. Now, the length from your focus to your vertex is C pa rin siya guys. So, the same lang for ellipse. So, C. And the distance from the two foci is 2C. So, this is 2C. Now, what is the relationship between A, you have B, and you have C? So, here guys, makita natin, yung C is greater than A. Therefore, C na yung hypotenuse natin. So, ito yung difference guys. So, C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So, this distance is, if this is B, here, B, this is A, so this is C. So, by using Pythagorean theorem, here, you can say that C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Now, i-define naman natin yung hyperbola. So, kung sa ellipse, you draw a line from the focus to any point on the hyperbola. Kung sa ellipse, if you draw a point from one focus to any point on the ellipse and you connect that point to other foci, the sum of those points is constant, which is equal to the length of your major axis. But here in hyperbola, it's the reverse. So, if you draw a line from one focus here, say D1 and D2 here to the let's say D2. So the difference between those two is equal to the length of your transverse axis. So that is the definition of a hyperbola. So locus of a point in which the distances from one focus to the other side of your hyperbola, and you connect that point to the other foci. So the difference between their distance is constant length of the transverse axis. And what about naman guys yung eccentricity niya? So with regards to eccentricity, you have E. Of course, yung formula for eccentricity, the same lang guys for hyperbola. Lahat na conic sections, pare-pares lang ang concept of eccentricity. So here, we have your, say, C over A. So C over A, di ba yung ating formula for eccentricity? So C is always greater than A. So in this figure, by inspection, we can see that the C is the hypotenuse. C over A is greater than 1. So yun guys ang eccentricity ng hyperbola. So palagi siyang greater than 1. Now, saan yung directrix niya? So yung directrix niya is located somewhere here. So ito yung directrix niya. So the distance from the center of your hyperbola to this directrix is yung D natin guys, diba? If the eccentricity is A over D. So the distance from the center to the directrix is represented by D here. So that is the distance. Now, what is the equation of the hyperbola? So tatandaan lang natin guys yung mga parts niya. Especially yung center here, yung length of transverse axis, then yung length ng conjugate axis, then yung asymptote natin. So yung asymptote natin guys is defined by the slope of this line. So yung slope natin, so ito A and B. So you have the slope rise over run, so B over A. So meron ka ng slope. Then meron kang point sa line. It means that pwede mong mahanap yung equation niya using point slope form. Given ka ng point, which is the center, and the slope, yung half ng conjugate axis all over half ng transverse axis here. So ito yung slope niya. Yung latus rectum niya guys is, of course, if you draw a line, if you extend this line vertical on the focus, you have this latus rectum. So pare-pares lang yung latus rectum, and the formula is the same. Even if you derive it, you will just arrive to length of latus rectum, that is 2b squared over A. So that is the formula. So the same lang siya guys for ellipse. So ano pagkaiba ng ellipse? So ito lang guys, here, itong concept and itong concept. Then yung mga terms natin, meron na tayong transverse axis and conjugate. Then ang hyperbola, ang uniqueness niya is meron siyang tatlo. You have the focus, you have the vertex, and you have the center. So meron siyang dalawang vertex, dalawang focus, and isang center. Then of course, yung transverse axis, dadaanan niya lahat yung focus, vertex, and center. And yung conjugate axis, you extend a line vertical. Kung ito yung axis natin, this is horizontal. So pwede kasing vertical. I-discuss natin yan mamaya. You have this distance. This is the conjugate axis. So tatandaan nyo lang guys yung figure niya. So I remind you, the key in solving this kinds of problem is to familiarize the figure. So figure lang din, pwede mo na siyang masolve. Kasi yung mga formula pare-parehas lang naman. Then proceed tayo guys sa equation of a hyperbola. So the general equation for a conic section, recall natin guys, ax squared plus bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Now when you're dealing with hyperbola, of course a is not equal to c, but they have opposite sign. So unlike nung discussion natin for ellipse, ellipse also is not equal to c, but they have the same sign. It's either positive or negative. So, parehas sila dapat positive or parehas negative if you're talking about ellipse. But if you're talking about hyperbola, they should have opposite sign and they have an equal coefficient of the second degree x and the second degree y. Now, let's go to the equation. So, the equation for a hyperbola, you have x minus h squared all over, you have a squared. So, sa ellipse, di ba, plus, sa hyperbola, minus na siya. So, y minus k squared over b squared equals 1. So, the difference between ellipse and hyperbola is the sign here. Di ba? Negative na siya for hyperbola. Then, you have here, kung yung positive natin is yung x squared here, di ba naka-minus yung y squared, meaning ang transverse axis natin is horizontal. Horizontal siya, guys. Then, if you have this, y minus k squared all over a squared minus, you have x minus h squared over b squared equals 1. Therefore, this is a vertical transverse axis. So, yun, guys. Vertical and horizontal. So, depende yung kung sino yung naka-negative sa form natin. So, let's proceed in solving problems. In this problem, we have in the curve 5x squared minus 4y squared plus 20x plus 16y minus 16 equals 0. Determine the following. So, you have the location of the center, the length of the transverse axis, the length of the conjugate axis, the location of the foci, the equation of the asymptote, and the eccentricity. So, for the location of the center, guys, i-complete square muna natin siya. So, you have 5x squared. You have 5x squared minus 4y squared plus 20x plus 16y minus 16 equals 0. So, completing the square. So, 5x squared plus 20x. So, that is, so, minus, so, i-parenthesis na natin, guys. I-grouping natin siya. So, 4y squared. So, yung 16y, since na positive siya, dapat dito negative. Kasi negative times negative, so, positive. So, doon kadalasan namamali. In the simple or basic concepts. We have yung 16, ilipat natin sa kabila. So, that is 16. Positive. So, i-complete square natin to. So, i-divide muna natin lahat sa 5. So, x squared. So, 20 divided by 5. So, 4x. So, minus. So, 4y squared minus 16y over 5. So, equal. So, 16 divided by 5. Now, here we have x squared plus 4x. So, i-add natin ang, you have 4 squared over 4. 4 is a constant. So, minus, you have 4y squared minus 16y all over 5. So, equal. So, 16 over 5. Nag-add tayo ng 4 squared over 4. You have here, complete na to. So, you have x. So, parehas positive. So, plus. So, 4 squared. So, 16 divided by 4. So, that is 4. So, square root of 4. So, 2. We have squared. Minus. Yung 4/5 ilabas na natin. So, 4/5 times. You have y squared minus, so 4, so times 4 din to, 4 times 4, you have 16, so nakagrouping lang siya. So equal, so 16 over 5 plus, so 4 squared, 16 divided by 4, so 4. So x squared, so x plus 2 squared, so minus 4/5. So ito, magiging, you have y squared minus 4y plus, you have 4 squared over 4. So, negative 4 squared over 4 siya. So, 4 squared na lang. So, equals, so 16 over 5 plus, you have here 4. Then, yung inad natin. So, ano yung inad natin dito? So, yung inad natin dito is negative times positive. So, that is negative. So, this is minus also. Minus, so, yung minus natin, hindi lang to, guys, kasi nakamultiply siya sa 4/5. So, meaning, so 4 squared, 16 over 4. So, 4 times 4/5. You have here minus 16 over 5. So yun guys ha. Yung kasi yung kadalasang namamali yung estudyante or yung examinee. So sa pagbalance ng equation. So must learn or master yung basic algebra. So ito guys, makancel na siya. 16 over 5 minus 16 over 5. So ito guys, complete na siya. So i-rewrite lang natin. So x plus 2 squared. So minus 4/5. So the factor is, you have here y squared minus 4y plus 4. So magkaibang sign, ibig sabihin minus natin siya. So y minus 2. So this is squared equals 4. Now, i-divide natin guys sa 4 para masatisfy natin yung condition na 1 yung nasa constant si other side. So divide by 4. So this is x plus 2 squared. So this will become, you have over 4. So minus, you have y minus 2 squared all over 5 equals 1. General equation na siya. So tama na yung form niya. It means that you have here h is equal to, you have here negative 2. Negative 2 kasi yung form natin is x minus h. So therefore, x minus negative. So negative times negative, so positive siya. So negative 2 yung h. Yung k natin is, you have 2. So tama yung form niya. So minus, so positive 2. So ito yung center natin. So center, hk, is negative 2, 2. Now, yung next na hinanap natin is the length of the transverse axis. So, yung a squared natin, guys, is, you have 4 here. Tama? Then, yung b squared natin is, so 5. So, in the form kasi, you have here over a squared, but over b squared. So, ang a natin is, so square root of 4, that is plus minus 2. So, yung distance na is yung absolute value, so 2. So, yung b natin is square root of 5. Then, yung length ng transverse axis, so sa A siya. So, ito guys, yung transverse axis niya is horizontal. Kasi, positive yung naka-x squared. So, yung naka-minus is y squared. It means that, kung positive yung x squared, so, horizontal din siya. Horizontal yung transverse axis. So, ang length ng transverse axis is equal to 2a. So 2 times 2, so that is, so 4. 4 ang length ng transverse axis. So what about the length of the conjugate axis? So ang length ng conjugate axis is 2b. So you have here 2 times square root of 5. So, letter D. So, the location of the foci. So, i-drawing na natin guys yung figure. Then, ito yung ating hyperbola. So, this is 2. So, negative 2, 2. Center. Then, yung A natin na nakuha kanina, that is, you have 2. And B is, you have square root of 5. Then we have the relationship that C, the distance, let's say ito yung foci natin guys, here, F, let's say F sub 1, here, we have F sub 2. So same axis siya, so same dumaan sa transverse axis. So F1 natin is at distance C, from the focus to the center. So C. Then yung relationship natin guys is C squared equals, you have A squared plus B squared, Pythagorean theorem. So C equals, so the square root of, so A squared natin, so 2 squared plus the square root of 5 squared. So that is C equals, so the square root of 4 plus 5, so square root of 9. So that is 3 units. So plus minus 3. So this is 3 units. from the center to the focus. So this is 3. So therefore, if we are going to find this coordinate, so mag-add lang tayo ng 3 sa x niya kasi yung x yung nagbago. So this point is, you have negative 2 plus 3, then 2. Hindi nagbago yung y na height. So negative 2 plus 3, that is 1. So 1, 2 yung dito sa right side. So 1, 2. Then sa left side, so this is also 3. 3 units din siya. So, magbabawas tayo ng 3 sa x. So, negative 2 minus 3. So, this is negative 5, 2. So, those are the location of our foci, yung dalawang focus. Now, the next question is the equation of the asymptote. So, yung asymptote natin will pass through the center of our hyperbola. So, nandito siya. Here. So, itong distance from the vertex, kung itong vertex natin, here, you have this. So, yung natin guys, yung location of the vertex natin is mag-minus lang tayo ng A to the left side. So, kung hanapin natin guys yung vertex niya, here, so mag-minus lang tayo ng A sa negative 2 kung sa left. Kung sa right, mag-add tayo ng 2. So, it means that ito, yung vertex niya dito is negative 2 minus 2. Kasi yung A natin is 2. Yung coordinate nito is negative 4, 2. So, negative 2 minus 2. And to the left side, yung vertex niya is negative 2 plus 2. So, 0, 2. Hindi lang guys nakascale yung figure natin. But in reality, nasa dito siya. Nasa y-axis siya. Nakadikit siya sa y-axis. So, para at least maintindihan natin yung mga concept niya, we need to understand its parts. So, yun ang key in solving hyperbola. Then, if you are finding the length, the equation of the asymptote, you need to find b. So, yung b natin, nakuha natin square root of 5, then you have a. Yung a natin is 2. So, meaning, yung slope nito, kung ito ay right triangle, yung slope niya is rise over run. So, b over a. Diba? Yung slope niya is b over a. So, rise over run. So, that is, so, b over a. So, ang b natin is negative, yung b natin is square root of 5. So, yung a natin is 2. So, ito guys, yung slope niya is to the left, diba? So, i-correct natin to. This is negative square root of 5. Then, yung other line natin is, you have here, so, b rin ito, a rin ito. So, ang slope niya will be positive kung pa-right siya. So, it will become positive. So, since na hinahanap natin dito, it's either, dalawang pwede nating mahanap. It's either yung projected to left and yung projected to right. So, kung left ang hahanapin natin, since na to the left siya, ang slope niya is negative. So, if your line is going to the right, so sloping siya to the right, it means that it is positive. So, kung to the left to, negative. Kung to the right, this is positive. Kung to the left, negative. Kung to the right, this is positive. So, b over a. So, square root of 5 over 2. Now, yung equation niya, meron tayong slope and meron tayong point. So, let's use the point-slope form. So, let's say, ang kunin natin guys, yung projected to the right. So, ang slope natin is square root of 5 over 2. So, you have y minus y1 m times x minus x sub 1. So, yung y1 natin is yung dumaan sa center here. So, negative 2, 2. So, y minus 2 equals, so, m natin, square root of 5 over 2. X minus, so, yung x natin is negative 2. So, minus 2. We have y minus 2 equals, so, square root of 5 over 2. We have x plus 2. So, ito yung equation, guys, nung asymptote natin. Right form. So, ito na yung form natin. So, yung isa, y minus 2 equals, so, negative naman siya. Square root of 5 over 2. Kasi, it is projected to the left. So, dalawa yung asymptote. Now, yung eccentricity. So, eccentricity is equal to c over a. So, yung c natin, nakuha kanina is 3. Then, you have your a, which is 2. So, eccentricity natin is 1.5. So, always greater than 1 siya. since C is greater than A. Now guys, doon tayo sa mga shortcut formulas. Now, if you're dealing with your HK, you have the same process. So, ang process natin is 5x squared minus 4y squared plus 20x plus 16y minus 16 equals 0. Now, yung h natin is for x, diba? So, it means that dito lang tayo mag-focus sa mga x's. So, yung h is, so 20, coefficient ng first degree, all over, so negative 2 ulit. So, times the coefficient of the second degree x of 5. So, that is 20 divided by negative 10. So, h is negative 2. So, tama siya, diba? You have here, negative 2. So, for k, same process, focus ka sa y. So, you have 16 divided by negative 2 is a constant. Then, the coefficient of the second degree y, negative 4. So, that is 16 divided by 8. So, that is 2. So, it means that our center is located at negative 2, 2. So, answer na siya. And how about the length of the transverse axis? So, for the length of the transverse axis, guys, so, ang transverse axis natin is, diba, sa x? Then, kukunin natin yung opposite niya. So, mag-focus naman tayo sa y squared. So, kung transverse axis mo ay horizontal, so, yung length of the transverse axis, so, length of transverse axis, so, that is 2 times the square root of nung coefficient nung naka y squared. So, that is negative 4. Absolute value lang. So, 4. So, you have 2 times 2, that is 4. So, 4 ang length ng transverse axis. So, I repeat guys, if your transverse axis is horizontal, your A is just the square root of your coefficient ng naka y squared. So, babalik ta rin natin. Now, ang length naman ng conjugate axis, doon naman tayo mag-focus sa x. So, that is 5. So, 2 times square root of 5. So, ganun lang guys, kadali siya makuha yung lengths of transverse and conjugate using the formulas. Then, sundin nyo lang guys yung steps ko kasi mas madali na i-memorize nyo yung process kaysa sa i-memorize natin yung mga formula. Okay, yung formula mo kasi to, this is 2 square root of, we have c. Yung c natin is the absolute value nung coefficient nung naka second degree y. Ito naman is 2 square root of a. Diba? So, if this is horizontal, now, if vertical transverse, babaliktarin natin guys. Magbabaliktaran naman siya. So, that's it guys. I hope that you have learned from this video. So, my next topic will be the last topic for analytic geometry, and after that, proceed na tayo to calculus. So, our next topic will be polar coordinates. If you have learned from this, please do click the subscribe button and the notification bell for more updates. You can also follow my Facebook page, that is Mechanical Engineering Online Review. So, at MECEng Online Review, you can follow that page for more updates. See you guys and God bless you.